Paul from SET here. In this video, what we're going to do is we're going to look at 7 steps to OET success. Okay, so in this video, what we'll try and tackle some of the things that people talk to us about. You know, questions like, how can I improve my time management in reading part C? Okay, or what am I supposed to do? Okay, those kinds of questions, they seem too big to answer. So what I generally find is that if I go back to this 7 steps to OET success, it tends to answer all of those questions. And hopefully these steps will help you to decide what you should do next. Okay, so let's go and have a look. These are some of the things that I think are in people's minds when they are feeling a bit worried. They're at the beginning of their study. Okay, I don't know where to start. There's too much choice. You know, if you Google if you type into Google OET training, there are loads of offers. What materials should I use? People are not sure about that. And who should I trust? And I think all of these questions are really normal. It's normal to feel this way. If you're at the start of your journey, you've never studied online before, you don't really know what's going to happen with your OET prep. I think it's hard to make a choice about what to do. And it's very easy at this point, if you feel like this, if you feel this confused, to waste money. Okay? To waste money, waste time, waste effort. So I'm going to give you my 7 steps, which hopefully should stop you wasting time, wasting money, and wasting effort. So let's go and have a look at my study document. I just got a blank table here, okay? Just got a blank table. I'm going to be filling this with information, okay? So let's start at the beginning, all right? Number 1, learn about the exam. I know that sounds like a very basic thing to say, but that's the first thing you should do. Okay, how many sections are there? What type of questions are there? What's the content like? Okay. You need to know about the exam before you can go on and improve your performance in it. Okay, so what's the content? What's the question type? How many sections are there? Okay, all of these very, very basic questions. Just learn about the format, the content, about the exam, the timings, okay? For instance. Now, how do you do it? Well, the way that you find out about something like this is, well, you don't have to spend any money to do it. You can easily go to the OET website to do it. Okay, the OET website is fantastic with really, really good guides and loads of information, loads of sample materials and things like that. So you can definitely learn about that at OET. I'm going to mention a phrase now that I'm going to mention a few times. Train with a premium provider. Okay, a premium provider is a training provider that has been trained by OET. We would work with OETs, sometimes collaborating to produce materials, videos, and they've taught us how to make test materials and things like that. So it's a really good idea to choose a premium provider. There are loads of them around. You can find them on the OET website. Okay. You can find them on the OET website here. But train with a premium provider. They'll all have things like video courses or introduction courses. So although you don't have to pay to find out about the exam, if you join a premium provider, you will be able to find out that stuff. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing is we're going to talk about learning strategies. Now, this is the thing that people tend to think about a lot. Okay, learn strategies. Okay, to be successful in the exam. Okay, this is what people think they're paying for. All right, this is when you choose to do training with a premium provider or you do some one-to-one tuition. This is why you're doing it, isn't it? You're doing it so you can learn how to do the exam well. Okay, and there's a really, really good phrase, a saying that came from Michael Jordan, the basketball player. You don't say practice makes perfect. You say perfect practice makes perfect. Okay, so it does make a difference who you learn your strategies from, who you learn your techniques from. All right, learn these from a good provider. Again, I'm going to say train with a premium provider. Okay, if you train with a premium provider, then what you'll get is you'll get skills that you should focus on and improve. You'll get techniques, you'll get advice, you'll get overall strategy. Okay, and these definitely will make a big difference to your performance. All right, they will make a big difference to your performance. They'll point you in the right direction. They'll enable you to make good decisions when you're in the stressful environment. You can learn to do things the same way every time so you don't waste time. And it makes you feel more confident and relaxed about what you're doing. Okay, so definitely very important to do this. I think everyone can hear that I'm going to say a but now. Okay, strategies are not very useful if you don't improve your language. Okay, so that's my third point here. Develop your language. Lots of people think, oh, I'll just learn some strategies, I'll just learn some tricks, and then I'll be able to pass the test. So many people say, I've got my test in 1 month, I need to learn the tips and tricks. Unfortunately, it's not a very good guarantee of success. Develop your language. Remember, this is an English test. Okay? It's an English test. It's not a medical test. It's not a test of medical knowledge. It's an English test. That means they are testing your grammar and your vocabulary primarily. Okay? So improve your vocabulary. Improve your grammar. I shouldn't have to explain why it's useful to do these things, but I will. In terms of vocabulary, reading part C, listening part C, even reading part A, there's so many words here that people don't know. People don't work on it. So they struggle to understand their sentences in these long texts. It's really hard. You've got a whole combination of technical vocabulary, idiomatic vocabulary, academic vocabulary, general English as well for the different sections. If you remember in part A, listening, you're going to be hearing patients talk about their condition. Well, they don't speak in technical language very often. They're going to speak very idiomatically and in very general English. So you really need to improve that vocabulary, and you need to improve your grammar. Writing, reading part C, it's so useful to understand sentence structure. In writing as well, you need to be thinking about passive and tense. In speaking, question grammar is really important, something that needs to be practiced a lot. So again, if you train with a premium provider, they should give you this, okay? You should have regular classes that will improve it, or they should have some video materials. Now at SET, we do grammar all the time. We do language and vocabulary all the time. It's a very, very important part. And I think that what can be difficult about this one, developing your language, what's difficult about this is that even though people do recognize that they should improve their vocabulary, even if they try to do it, they don't really do it very well, or they don't do it enough because they're not motivated to do it. It can be a bit boring developing your vocabulary and developing your grammar sometimes. So it's good to go to a premium provider because they will push you to do it. Okay? 4 is practice a lot. Okay? We need you to practice a lot. And this is not just doing test materials, though of course that's important. Let's get some bullet points. Do practice tests at home, absolutely. Oops. Definitely, that's a really good idea. Self-study in other areas such as grammar and vocabulary. Absolutely, very, very important. But something that we hear so often, okay? People don't read or listen in their own time. Read books, magazines, journals, newspapers. Okay, all of these are important. Just live in English as much as you can. Listen to podcasts. Okay, listen to the radio, listen to the news, watch movies, dramas, documentaries. Right now, you might be thinking, oh, I don't need to do that for OET. But I promise that the people who have more experience of English do better in their test. Okay, so we've got learn about the exam, learn strategies, develop your language, practice a lot. 5, assessment. Okay, let's pop that down there. Okay, 5 is assessment. Now, there are a few different ways that assessment can happen. Okay, assessment could be practice mock tests. Okay, mock tests at home. Definitely you can assess yourself for reading and listening there. You can understand where your scores are. You can do live mock tests with a training provider, like we do at SET. We've got a mock test team and we've got a calendar where you book your sessions. Writing feedback. Really, really important. Okay, and also just feedback from a teacher or from a tutor. All of these things are really important. If you don't know what your level is, how can you book the test? Okay, learn about your strengths and weaknesses. Okay, see if you're ready for the test. Okay, see if you're ready for the test. Very important. 6 is repeat. Repeat 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so keep developing your language. Keep practicing. Keep doing assessment. Work on your weaknesses. Okay, work on your weaknesses and keep improving. It's very important. There's a great word. It's like a part C kind of vocabulary. Okay, OET training is an iterative process. Okay, that means you have to keep returning to the same aspects. You need to keep learning things, testing them, going back, relearning, revising, reviewing, round and round, at least 10 letters. Okay, lots and lots of reading. When you learn vocabulary, go and review it again, go and revise it. Okay, we need to repeat what you've learned. Okay, and then 7 is book the test. Okay, when you are ready, book the test. Now, how do you know you're ready? Okay, you'll know you're ready when there's 2 important points. A teacher tells you your writing and speaking are consistently B level. Also, when you consistently score 30 and above in reading and listening. If you don't meet both of those criteria, then there's no point booking the test. There's no reason to think that you'll do better on test day than you will in the comfort of your own home. Okay, so these are the steps. Learn about the exam, learn strategies, develop your language, practice, assess, repeat, book the test. Don't think that you can just jump through this and do it faster. Lots of people come to us and say, I've booked the test, can you help me? I don't understand that approach. I think what people should be doing is getting ready and then booking the test. Okay? So let's think about some general advice. Okay, general advice. 1, choose training that suits you. Do you want live classes? Are live classes available when you're available? Okay. If you can't get to live classes, does the provider record their sessions? Are they available when you're not, when you're at work or when you're at home? Okay. Also, make sure that the kind of materials that they're using are really, really good. Okay. Don't underestimate the importance of language improvement. Lots of people think that it's just tips, tricks, hints, strategies, techniques. It's not. It's about skills. Okay? If you've got good skills, good grammar, good vocabulary, you'll do a good job. You combine those with techniques and strategies and you'll get more points, which is what this is about. When you're practicing, all materials are good for practice. Okay? Doing IELTS is good. Doing crosswords is good. Doing Wordle on your mobile phone is good. Any resource that you can find that exposes you to English is great practice. But assessment is not the same as practice. And if you really want to know if you're ready for the test, make sure that it's official materials that you use to find out your level. Okay. And finally, don't book your test too early. Part of our mission as SET English is to save students money. Okay, we don't want you to go and take the test too soon. If you do that, you'll waste £300. You can't get that money back. Okay, so hopefully these 7 steps will help you. SET can help you with every single stage, but it's up to you to take your training into your hands and follow this advice. Okay, see you soon. Bye-bye.